Hey everyone, welcome to the Roadmap, Benzinga's NFT show. We got a good one for you today. Going to be talking about some huge sales in the NFT market. We had a CryptoPunk and a Bored Ape both sell for over $1 million each. We have excitement coming back to NFTs. We'll take a look at the top 10 projects from last week by sales volume. We also got an update from Cool Cats. We have a Super Bowl commercial coming this weekend featuring an NFT project that we have talked about many times. All that and more. Don't go anywhere. This is the Roadmap. All right, everyone. As I said, this is the Roadmap, Benzinga's NFT show. Good one for you today. Super excited to get into all the latest news and headlines. But before I do so, it's time to welcome in my producer and co-host, Alyssa. Alyssa, what's going on?
Hello, we're back and
We're
ready.
back.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about. Let's just get into it now.
We do, and I was like, this week we'll probably have time on Tuesday and Thursday to spread the news out, but we have a guest on Thursday now, which I will share at the end of today's show. I'm super excited about that one. So we will try to cover as much news and headlines as possible today, so we don't have to take time away from that interview on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So let's get started with some trending NFT projects. Right, let's take a look at the top 10 NFT collections from last week by sales volume. If we take a look at Crypto Slam, I have not even done this yet, Alyssa, the 7-day. I feel like I'm not going to be too surprised by what is going on here. All right, so up at the top, we got Bored Ape Yacht Club, we got Other Deed, we got Doodles. Okay. So Doodles, because of the duplicator and the Doodles, clothing items there on Flow now, moving into third place. Mutant Ape Yacht Club in fourth. We got Checks in fifth, which we'll try to talk about later, right? The open edition project that has rocketed up and everyone in the world is copying right now with lots of derivatives. We've got Sewer Passes, 11 million, and then we drop a little bit. We got Azuki, CryptoPunks, So Rare, Clone X as the top 10. Also in 11th, we have Loud Punks, which was the NFT project related to Rolling Loud, the music festival. So a good use case there, some utility where you get, your tickets and your passes to the music festival by holding that. And then I do see our friends there in 15th, Pudgy Penguins, still tearing things up. 2023, the year of the penguin. But let's scroll back up a little here. So, Alyssa, I'm going to sound like a bit of a broken record, right? But a good thing that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 collections over 10 million last week. I mean, remember when times were tough a couple months ago and no projects were hitting 10 million in a week? It's kind of hard to believe that we were there looking at these numbers.
Yeah. I keep seeing as time progresses and every week we have more and more projects, like over 10 million. I'm seeing these tweets going around like, you guys thought we were in like NFTs were dead. Huh. Well, you're gonna be like surprised come later. And I guess it's showing now. Like these projects they're working hard.
Yeah, I think it definitely shows in the numbers here. Also a ton of green there, right? All of the 10, except for Sewer Pass, were up week over week, which Sewer Pass, I mean, obviously, we kind of called this out, right? That a ton of people were probably going to buy the passes when it first started with the game. And then as the game progressed, maybe the sales would slow down a bit. And then maybe this last week, we would get a little bit of a lift. We haven't really gotten the lift here at the end. But I mean, again, Sewer Pass was up against some massive numbers over the last 2 weeks. So I'm not entirely surprised to see them in the red. But look at all the rest. Green, green, green all around.
Yeah, and it's not surprising at all to me. I'm pulling up super fast on OpenSea.
Yeah, I haven't looked in a while. What are we? Oh, 2.5?
2.6.
2.6. Wow.
Yep.
Hard to believe that these were close to what 1 point. What did they dip to?
Hold on, where am I going?
I was trying to buy between like 1 and 1.5, and I feel like they hit 1.5, but I don't feel like they dropped much below that.
Okay. I don't know why I'm getting so. Okay.
1.4,
1.2.
1.2.
Yeah.
Man, I just did not time that right. Look at that. That's a double, right? From the lows.
Hold on a minute. We're getting close to the end, aren't we? One more week?
No. I think
no. Oh, I'm getting my dates mixed. You're right.
Dookie Dash end date. I looked this up earlier. Now you got me questioning it. February 8th.
Yep. That's tomorrow.
Yep. Oh. We'll talk about that in a minute though, because we got some news on Dookie Dash.
Okay, yeah.
With some high scores and some pro players once again. But yeah, sewer passes. Okay, so Alyssa, 2.64 right now.
Yes.
What do you think as the game closes? Do you think these go higher, or you think we see people trying to, sell them off since they can't play the game anymore?
Honestly, after seeing the high scores, which we're going to look at later, like you said, maybe people start selling them off because they were like bummed and thinking, I'm not going to get this. I give up. But aren't they supposed to hold on to it?
Yeah, that's the utility, right? As you hold it, and then you get to use it for that future mint or future project. Okay. So I kind of am watching to see if we get a bit of a dip, because I expect Yuga Labs to put out a tweet probably next week, and share, what's next, right? An update. Yeah. And I think then once that happens, we see a surge. I don't want to call it a massive surge, but we see a surge in activity and probably the floor price on these. So I would love to grab one on the dip, but I don't know if we're going to get that dip.
Because we're getting near the end, and yeah, like the numbers are kind of like there. It's gonna have to be like someone, like some crazy like last minute wild thing. I don't really see that happening, but yeah. I don't know if the price will maybe like a slight spike and then go back down, and then depending on like coming news in a week or whatever they decide to do, could see another spike.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so speaking of the top 10 here, over the past let's call it 2 days, we had some massive sales in the NFT market from two of the most popular collections of all time, right? So we had a zombie CryptoPunk, number 5066, sell for 857 Ethereum. That's $1.4 million. Look at that bad boy. Previously belonged to Kevin Rose, co-founder of Proof and Moonbirds. So I think there's a little bit of a, sentimental there, right? You can show on the blockchain you own a punk that was formerly owned by Kevin Rose. I don't think this one was stolen, because he did have some assets stolen. But yeah. So I forgot how many zombie punks there are now. I feel like it's like 60 some. Man, I should know this. I would have to look this up. But these, if you look at the like top 10 all time for CryptoPunks, the aliens, the apes, and the zombies are there represented, right? Because those are the big ones. So this isn't a huge surprise, but it is a bit of a surprise price-wise, right? Because again, even though we are seeing 88 zombie punks is the answer. So, I mean, $1.4 million. Like that's a big amount. Someone is betting big on this thing maintaining value, increasing in value, or being able to create a brand out of it, right? So one of those three things, all of those three things went into this transaction. And then also we saw in Bored Ape Land, right, from Yuga Labs, we saw a gold fur Bored Ape number 7090 sell for 800 Ethereum. That's $1.3 million. Also that Rainbow Smile, which I always have kind of liked that trait. But this one was sold by Jimmy ETH, well known in the community. So I want to read a bit from Bored Ape Gazette. They talked to him, and he said that this was my favorite. I was feeling a bit greedy with 2 gold fur apes and decided it was time to pass this on to another collector. How nice, right? Feeling greedy. So he decided, yeah, sure, 1.3 million. I'll take it, right? Like if someone wants to give it to me, but hey, shout out to Jimmy. He has a massive collection. I don't know if you can pull up that Bored Ape Gazette link again, Alyssa. They actually show all his apes here. It is kind of crazy. He has 59 Bored Apes, 38 Kennel Club, 86 Mutant Apes, 5 CryptoPunks, 138 other deeds, and 71 Meebits.
This man's loaded.
Look at all of these. Like,
ooh,
that is insane.
Are these only the Bored Apes that they're showing?
This is just the Bored Apes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let me read that one more time for anyone who doesn't know Jimmy. 59 Bored Apes, 38 Bored Ape Kennel Club dogs, 86 Mutant Apes, 5 CryptoPunks, 138 other deeds, and 71 Meebits, all in his cold wallet. But yeah, again, well-known community member, and he decided to sell one of these gold fur. We've talked about gold fur before. Alyssa, if you can pull up I think I have the link here, the top sales all time for Bored Apes, because this transaction now made it, I believe, tied for 4th in Ethereum. Of course, that's not in dollars. Oh, looks like Alyssa is frozen. All right, so of the Bored Ape transactions, the highest last sale, the gold fur ape is 4 of the top 5. This ties for the 3rd highest transaction ever in ETH for Bored Apes. So that is a big deal, right? And again, this gold fur trait is one that we've talked about a lot. We've talked about it with Franklin, our buddy, right? So let me see if I can pull up the biggest sales here. All right, so this is the top selling Bored Ape on OpenSea all time, 1,024 ETH, and then we have these gold fur ones, right? So we have 869.69, 800, 800, and 777. So again, 4 of the top 5 gold fur. Welcome back, Alyssa.
Jimmy crashed my computer.
He did. Man, we didn't even need the creeps or the overlord to crash the computer today. So Alyssa, a couple questions since we're on the topic here. I guess the first one would be, since they're close enough in price, well, not really, but take a look at these 4 gold fur Bored Apes. Okay, so we got the grin, we got, oh, I didn't mean to click on that. We got the it looks kind of like the Hefner robe with the sailor hat, let's call it. We got the new one, right, with the rainbow mouth, and then we got the lumberjack plaid shirt. So of those 4 gold fur Bored Apes, which one do you like best?
I think I could use the rainbow teeth one a little bit.
Rainbow
more.
teeth, the one that just sold.
I can make a funky story up around that one any day.
I do like that. I kind of am leaning towards 5383 here with like the unshaven mouth, the kind of like scruffy lumberjack shirt, plaid shirt, button up. Like I feel like I could rock that.
Yeah,
I do love the rainbow teeth too. I don't know, and I feel like the like open smile like that. It's never been one of my favorite. Like the huge grin, right, from 6388. That's never been one of my favorite traits. Just because like when you think Bored Apes, I don't think you like think of that, right? You think a lot of the and we got bears and rice for me, or beans and rice for me. Bears and rice. I like the rainbow one. Yeah, I mean that rainbow trait is really cool.
It's snazzy.
Yeah, and let's look. So and the heart-shaped glasses too, not to mention.
Yeah.
So solid gold, 0.46%, which is 46 in the collection. And the multicolored grin, 1%, which would be about 100 from the 10,000 collection. 1.4 million. Wow, how many were minted? Yeah, so 10,000 Bored Apes in the collection. Only 46 have the gold for trait. And I feel like I had it in my notes here. That it is the rarity level somewhere. 62nd most rare ape in the collection. So out of 10,000, this is number 62. There's that bad boy once again. So that was the first question, Alyssa. And then the second question, of course, is that question we've done a lot of before. Would you rather? So since we just got sales of 1.3 million, 1.4 million, I'll ask again. Would you rather own a zombie CryptoPunk? So there's 88, or a gold fur Bored Ape, 46 of them. Which one would you rather own for the next year, for life, whatever you want to call it?
So between this and this.
Yep. Those two traits. Zombie punk, gold fur ape.
I probably would go with the Bored Ape only because they're just getting so much.
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it, like people want the punks because they're like the OGs, like the collector, like your prized possession, but I want, as people like to say in this space, utility.
You want utility? Yeah, I would agree with that. I think I'm the same. I'd love to own both. I'd love to have the punk for the long run. I think it'll hold up value wise. But I think Yuga Labs is going to benefit its holders the most for ape holders. So I think I think the apes have always looked good as PFPs. Punks do too, but I feel like you can only do so much with a punk because it's a little bit more of a 2D. Yeah, beans. Oh man, Mike. Hey, easy Mike, what's going on? Yeah, man. Maybe I need to clean my computer screen because I see like some smudges all around, and I think I just completely missed that word. So
bears and rice.
It looked like there was something over that little part of the N, I guess. But so that was Would You Rather. Those two big transactions. In other Bored Ape related news, Alyssa, I did a story over the weekend. Shout out to Logan who alerted me about this. Thanks to the sleuthing of Zach XBT, who many people know on Twitter for calling out crypto scams. The FBI was able to track down a scammer in the space who has hacked a ton of Twitter accounts. This includes hacking Beeple, hacking Zeneca, and hacking some other big names. They were able to, the Nouns DAO, they were able to get some crypto back, right? Some Ethereum. They also were able to get a wallet with some NFTs. So that is right. As the headline said, the FBI now owns a Bored Ape NFT. They also own a doodle. If you want to click on those links, Alyssa, to pull up here, if you scroll up a little bit, the Bored Ape number right there with the hyperlink. So this is the FBI's Bored Ape, and it is no slouch. It's not a floor one, right? We got the DMT fur. And then we also have that
The
doodle. I
doodle.
mean, these are not floor NFTs. My question is, what's the FBI gonna do with them? Because they've actually been holding them for a little while. I saw a ton of fun questions on Twitter, right? Gotta love crypto Twitter.
Yeah.
One of the big questions was when PFP, right? So when is the FBI going to change their PFP to an ape? We're all waiting. Also, do you think the FBI minted their sewer pass and have they been playing Dookie Dash and stuff?
That's a really good question.
Those
They
are the
don't
two big questions. That's what everyone wants to know.
Oh man.
What do you think of
Yeah,
this
I don't
this
know.
doodle?
It's a nice doodle. It's like
I do like it.
it's a very nice doodle. I don't know what they would do with their NFTs. It's kind of hilarious. I want them to name their account FBI and just put the little badge.
Yeah.
Oh my! I don't know.
Story though, right? The FBI now owns a Bored Ape and a Doodle. They're
I'm gonna
not gonna catch everyone, right? There are a ton of scammers out there, but if they catch you, they're gonna take your Bored Ape, they're gonna take your NFTs, and they're gonna just hold on to them and not do anything with them.
imagine,
Apparently.
yeah, if they name their account like "You've been caught."
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
Or
FBI, are
like
you listening?
they could do like FBI around and find out or something.
Yeah.
There we go. I should go trademark that. But
Oh
yeah, and they
man.
also got this watch too. I think that was in that picture from Zach. So yeah, I mean, kind of a good story, right? Again, they caught this scammer. Thanks to some of the details laid out in this thread. Shout out to Zach XBT for bringing awareness to the bad side of the space.
Yeah.
But we're gonna follow this story. I know I am saving that Bored Ape and Doodle wallet and actively checking it to find out when they sell them or move them to a different wallet. Because
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll see the FBI at Ape Fest next year, right? You think they're gonna come?
Wait, say that again.
You think the FBI is gonna come to Ape Fest next year?
Oh my, you know what?
They're probably fans of Eminem and Lil Wayne and stuff.
You won't
right?
know it's them, but they'll be there.
No, they would totally come like all decked out, dressed as FBI. You know they would.
That'd be even better.
Like it's such a cool story, but again, like I'm kind of mocking it and making fun of it. But I mean, I know the FBI is just doing their job.
I want something to troll though, like pretend that they're that like dress up, but they're not actually the FBI, but they're there at Ape Fest.
There you go, with a picture of the ape on the shirt. Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, they're actually here," and Twitter blows up. Like, no, not really, no.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's hard to move away from that news because, like, I had a fun time writing this one and talking about it, and
it's pretty good.
Let's take a look at Dookie Dash, though. Since the FBI's playing the game, we might as well talk about some other people who are playing it. We started on what's up, Janix? We started on this topic last week or the week before when we had on our friend Ryan McNamara from Benzinga. He was kind enough to walk us through playing Dookie Dash, right? And he broke the 100,000 point barrier for the first time in his history live on our show.
Yeah.
But in case you were wondering, 100,000 is not the high score. So Ryan McNamara will not be winning that key. Instead, one of the top scores here is 725,000. This is also not the high score. We'll get to the high score in a minute. This is from Orangey, who is an ex-Fortnite professional esports player. And if you, you've got the tweet up. Last day of Dookie Dash boost. Message me if you need high scores. Hit my 725K PR today, 900K tomorrow. So, Alyssa, message me if you need high scores. So we have an esports player actively like putting themselves out there. I'm assuming there's money involved and they're not doing this for free.
Oh, for sure.
So they are hired out to get high scores. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this because part of me is like, man, if I own this, I want to get the high score. Would I pay a little extra to an esports player? maybe, but also I don't have that kind of money, so no, I would not be hiring them.
But if you
I don't
did,
know. What about you, Alyssa? Like, do you think this is wrong? Do you think people, like, you can't ban them from doing this? It'd be too hard to block. But like, do you think the community should be doing this? Do you think this is the right way to go?
it's a way to go. I don't
Yeah.
care. It's a race, man. It's competitive. And the Bored Apes, they didn't, or Yuga, they did not say you can't hire someone to help you.
Yeah, and I did
Um,
read that response. I forgot who it was, if it was Greg or Wiley, but they essentially said no, they didn't anticipate this happening, but they're okay with it. And then
I
also
mean,
someone brought up the point of, hey, we're bringing esports players into Web3. Isn't that
exactly.
a good thing for the growth if they can see the potential of Web3?
Yeah, exactly. Also, if I was an esports guy, I would totally be monetizing the
This is
crap
your
out of
time to
myself.
shine.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Like, you don't even need to play Fortnite for a month. Take the month off, play Dookie Dash, sell yourself. Like,
So yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like I don't even need. You can make enough to buy a Bored Ape if you really wanted
Oh,
to.
that's a good point. Yeah.
FBI at Ape Fest would come as apes with dark glass. Yes, I
Do
want
you,
to see it.
do you think any of the big holders or the esports players tried to do that? Like, hit up Franklin or Jimmy, and they were like, "Hey, you own a ton of Bored Apes. I will set a high score for you, but I want one of your apes in return." Like,
I can see that.
if you're Jimmy or Franklin and you own that many Bored Apes, would you trade one of them if they got you to the high score in Dookie Dash?
It depends on who it is, honestly. And
That's
I
a
would if I.
lot. That's a lot of money for, I mean, a Bored Ape. But
Well, but then
also,
again, he's
what's the
got so
golden
many.
key gonna be worth?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm willing to take the. If I was on Franklin's level with how many does he have now?
Like 70 something. I haven't even looked at a bit.
Let's like he always updates it. 61 apes now. Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you have 61 apes, I don't know. I would honestly be willing to give one up in with the chance of getting that key, but also I need like I don't know. I probably would if I was Franklin.
Yeah. All right, and then also our high score in Dookie Dash is currently 928,522. And this is set by Mongrel, who is, you guessed it, a professional Fortnite player, part of FaZe Clan. If you don't follow esports, you probably don't know. But FaZe Clan, one of the biggest professional esports companies and teams out there. Fortnite, obviously, one of the largest games. And Mongrel has set the record several times. He was hitting like 700, 800, and then finally, like, yeah, there's 864. I mean, look at the scores. Like,
this is hilarious. Oh,
and I don't think anyone is going to pass that by tomorrow.
this is my point. Like with the whole sewer pass thing, like people see people like Mongrel just popping in, like, "Sup,
Yeah.
I'm about to take this. This is mine." It all really depends. Like when it comes to me having this pass and like trying to pay out someone to help me win, but I just find it hilarious. This guy's got 2.1 million followers, by the way. And he's posting screenshots of Dookie Dash.
Yeah. I mean, that's good publicity for Yuga, right?
Yes.
Like, people who play Fortnite and follow this guy. It's kind of like, I remember like when Ninja, right, played Fortnite for a long time. And then like as new games came out, like Apex Legends and other stuff, Ninja, did deals with them. And it was like, okay, I'm going to take a break from playing Fortnite and I'm going to play Apex Legends and stream it. What did all his followers do? Well, not all of them, but a bunch of them were like, oh, I'm going to go play this new game that Ninja's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Did they stick around? No, not all of them, but some of them maybe liked Apex Legends more than Fortnite. So, the gamble paid off. Well, here you have this where like Yuga Labs is not paying Mongrel, right? This is organic. They didn't, pay him to be like, hey, tell all your followers, tell all your viewers that you're going to play this game. This was free for them. And you have someone, like you said, with 2 million followers saying, hey, I am playing Dookie Dash right now in all my time, and that is crazy. I don't know. I think this is his ape. I haven't looked, so I don't know if someone hired him out or if he, bought a Bored Ape, or what. So that would be my next question. Yeah, would be. Oh yeah, we got Greg in the chat.
Everyone here.
So that would be one of my questions, right? Would be like, is this for his ape? Did he get hired out? Is he going to hold the golden key? Is he going to sell it? Right. So, I mean, there are some question marks after the game is over. But based on the high scores we've seen, I don't want to say never, but we only have 1 day left. I just sincerely doubt that this score gets knocked off, which means you have a professional esports player setting the record.
Yeah, he posted that February 3rd. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone can. They're probably like sweating so hard right now, not sleeping.
Yeah.
So much coffee.
Yeah, this last day is just gonna be crazy.
Hold on, let me ask this. I was thinking this when we were talking to Ryan about the game. If like Bored Ape generating all this like hype for the game, but only Bored Ape holders can play it, or Sewer Pass holders, right? Like, would it be smart of them to release this game after the fact as like an actual mobile game or whatever?
Yeah, I think for sure.
And like, obviously, it's playable. It's on the radar of Mongrel and all these esports bros. So like, I don't know. I think it would be smart for them to do it. But then I don't know. You might get some anger. Like, it's supposed to stay inclusive. Blah 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 blah. I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, I could see an argument either way. But let's move a little bit after other side. Now we've had. I saw 2 tweets. I think they're here in the doc. The first one is talking about Gary. Gary thinks we'll see more of the future. The power sources will be here next week. Then we've got more toad licking to do. So this is just like a short 30-second video. It kind of walks through the timeline. Where are we at right now? And again, that website, MGVMM. Yeah, so I mean, you see the whole thing there, right? The past, present, future, the sewer passes, the game, and now we're gonna, move to the next stage. So like I said, the natural evolution here is after the game is done, we will get a couple tweets from Yuga Labs, right? We'll probably get one talking about the high scores, right? Which they are going to audit the high scores, make sure no one cheated. Scores validated right there. February, man, I can't read this.
10,
February 10th.
10.
Does that say bear? No, I'm just kidding. And then we got the summoning on February 15th. And then we got late February, Lick the Toad. So, I mean, February is a short month, and we got a lot happening in the world of Yuga Labs. And then, not to be outdone, Alyssa, like before the show started, I'm working on, the notes here. And I go to check out some stuff on Yuga. And then I see this tweet from the other side account that says, I want to wait till everyone can see it here. All right, so we got this logo, and we got, after we return from second trip, Other Side Legends of the Mara, a standalone 2D experience powered by ApeCoin. I mean, I look at that image and like, I mean, it looks to me like a comic style, right?
Yeah. Other Side Legends of the Mara. That sounds like a title.
Yeah.
2D experience. Let's go. We love 2D. We love 2D.
Yeah, and the second trip details have not been officially announced yet. So we don't know for sure when that will be. But that is, of course, the kind of second big test of Other Side, where all the ape holders will be able to go play and experience it. That was something that Garga talked about at Benzinga's Future of Crypto, when he kind of laid out the timeline for Other Side and those launches this year. But like, again, we just get enough of a hint of something happening in the future. Like, and then you have so many unanswered questions, right? Like, is this a comic? Is this going to be like a story? Who gets this? Is it going to be, other side landowners? Is it going to be ape holders? It says powered by ApeCoin. Does that mean, you can buy it with ApeCoin? Well, you have to just, burn ApeCoin to get it. Like, there's so many questions, but like, again, Yuga Labs is just like top here, right? Like, they do things right. They create this mystique. They create hype. They create FOMO. Like, but they also reward their holders. It's not like they're just like throwing out a picture like this and then like 3 months from now they like deliver, right? No, it's happening like right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering. From what I think, other side, this is just gonna be like, I don't know. It could be a comic that builds up their story and it would lead into the game itself, possibly, because a lot of games do that. But I don't know.
That's a good point.
Or this could be a segue into like a series, an animated series surrounding Other Side and their world.
Yeah.
I don't know. They say something brewing in the swamp. Sure is.
Yeah. I mean, just so much crazy stuff happening. Man, again, like every episode we end up coming back to Yuga Labs and Board 8, right? Because there's so much going on there. They're top, like they just always have news and always question marks. But let's get in to one of the other trending topics right now. We hinted at it during the top 10 with Jack Butcher, his checks. Absolutely dominating. I believe they're number one on OpenSea today. They're over 2 ETH each. This was an open edition where you could mint checks, and then he also released others. I want to highlight he did a humanitarian check, which you can see on the screen here. This is an open edition. I believe they're 0.006 each. It makes that Red Cross logo. No utility announced for these, right? This is a donation. Also beware of scam links in the replies. Don't click them. Click on the verified tweet at the top and then the link from Jack Butcher. But checks, I mean, have dominated, and we've got, there's like the burning mechanism, right? So you own these and you can like burn them to make a different NFT, right? You can make it, as you burn it, like just changes it completely.
Yeah, no, it was the whole, if you have checks, right, and you have like 80 checks, you can burn it with something, another 80 checks, and it'll go down to 40 checks. And that process just keeps going until you finally reach this, which is the most valuable check.
And I saw someone like it would cost like $1 million to get to that level. All the way down. And also only so many of those can be created mathematically. So like, it's crazy. It's crazy that like this has inspired other artists. We're seeing derivatives pop up, but I kind of like the open edition style, right? Which there are some question marks. We got some people hating, saying it's not really an open edition. It's a limited edition because it's time limited, not quantity limited, where an open edition goes on forever. But I mean, to each their own. But look at these, 2.38 ETH. I mean, Alyssa, I remember when these were like 0.1 or 0.2, and I was like, I missed the boat. I'm not gonna chase now. Like, and look at this.
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna go.
Absolute madness.
They're in like different like images. Like that's obviously a punk right there, but there was a Mona Lisa and a Pepe.
Yeah, a lot of Pepes. I have seen.
Like every time I look, though, I just see the punk. But yeah, it's really neat, in the amount of like derivatives happening.
Oh, there we go. We got Janix in the chat. I just minted a few GM checks from Minister of NFTs, well-known Twitter account. We'll see if anything comes. If not, oh well. I did see that. That was earlier today. I'm going to have to check that out. Janix, what was the cost on those? If you wouldn't mind sharing, because I mean those open edition ones, they've been kind of all over the place. Some have been under 0.01, some have been higher. Alyssa, I minted a couple the other day. I don't know if I even told you this. Killabears, which hopefully we'll have on the show in the future. That's a bigger project. That was a free mint that kind of blew up. They released an open edition, and they are going to tie it to burning mechanism and a storyline, right? So it says, the road ahead has many twists and turns. Tread wisely, for every choice you make will impact your fate and determine your destiny within the Killaverse. Your Killa adventure awaits. Will you answer the call? And if I pull up on OpenSea, I believe they're like 0.04 now. 0.041. These were 0.02 to mint. Again, I don't own a Killabear, so I kind of wanted to do this. I thought, hey, if there's burning involved, these are going to go up theoretically. Again, not financial advice. Let me get you the right link here. Killa Chronicles here. So that is the open edition. Again, 0.02. Now we're at 0.041. And I mean, nobody really knows. But Alyssa, like, I own a couple. Let's say I don't have enough to burn. Like, let's say you need like 10 or 20 to burn to get to like the next level. I can sell mine though to someone who needs the 10 or 20, right? Or I can hold them and maybe there's going to be a different thing down the road. Like, the whole burning mechanism is like changing NFTs now. Like, we saw a bit of this back during the bull run. But this is kind of a unique twist on open editions and burns together.
Yeah. It seems that, like in the NFT space, someone comes up with something and it becomes popular and you just see it over and over again and then it gets revamped and better. The burning, I love the whole burning. Like, whenever a project does the burning.
Okay, and Janix saying 0.005 for the Minister of NFTs. I might have to go grab some of those. I mean, again, large following on Twitter, well known in the NFT space, which checks a couple boxes. I don't know if there's utility, but if there is, I mean, it's something you wanna have. But it's also like one of those high risk, high reward, right? You're minting it. Your thing you're minting is not unique in the open editions, right? It's just the same as everyone else's. So that's the risk, is like, if there isn't utility, are you going to be able to sell your NFT that everyone else also owns? But if there is utility, if there is burning, like, look out.
Yeah. And I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janix.
So what's the time? I can't see it. How much time we got left?
2:46.
No, for the
4 hours. Sorry,
6 hours from the start. Oh wow, so this was a shorter one.
Yeah, we're closing in 4 hours.
997 minted too. That's not a huge supply. See, whenever they do like these 6 hour ones, or like these, I've seen 1 hour ones before, Alyssa. Those are crazy. Yeah. Because you can catch people off guard. If like they don't have notifications on, they might never see your tweet until it's too late. That's how some of these like creep up with the huge floors, because the supply is so limited. I mean, 997 is not a lot for an open edition, especially, I mean, can you imagine if like there's burning that happens later too with these?
That would be wild. I'm gonna probably get one.
Yeah, 0.005. Again, not financial advice, everyone. But shout out Janix for bringing that to our attention. Alyssa and I definitely intrigued here. Alyssa, before we run out of time today, again, I don't know how much time we'll have Thursday with our guest, but we do have the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up on Sunday. Now, I saw an interesting post earlier. I don't want to call out who it was. I mean, you might see it in a minute because maybe we have the tweet. But someone said that crypto commercials were banned from the Super Bowl this year. It turns out that is false. Crypto ads are not banned. but there are not crypto ads in the Super Bowl. Why aren't there crypto ads? Well, because those companies don't have as much money as they had last year, right? Like, it doesn't mean that they're banned. But we do have an NFT commercial. We've been talking about this for months. This, of course, from Limit Break, Gabriel Lydon, who previously ran some Super Bowl commercials for mobile games, is running a commercial for Digidaigaku. This is a 10,000 collection NFT. 1,000 of them are being raffled off before the Super Bowl. So by my math, there is 9,000 that are going to be available. How do you get one, Alyssa? Along with the millions of people watching the Super Bowl, you have to pull out your phone and scan a QR code when that commercial airs.
Good luck.
Good luck. May the odds be in your favor.
Literally.
I'm gonna try. And this is how nice I am, right? I could not tell people about this because it increases my odds, but we share the news, right? Don't take this to heart, but the thing I saw was that it will air during the first quarter. But we'll see.
We'll see.
But also, I love this. And there you can see that tweet, right? Again, I don't want to shame anyone too hard, but kind of a hysterical title saying that the ads were banned when that's not the case. And I love this flex by Gabe. See you Sunday with the logo. Yeah. Like,
I want to say though, Digidaiku, I don't actively search them up on Twitter or like follow them too actively, but they're always on my timeline, like always. Like Gabriel, he plagues it, dude.
He is an engagement farmer.
He's good.
Like, yeah, he is. He has grown his following on Twitter a ton. He knows what he's doing. I mean, like even his tweet like about the Super Bowl where it was like telling people, hey, you're gonna have to scan a QR code. The tweet said, make sure you retweet this. Like, you don't have to retweet it. Like, but he told you to do it. And like, he's always giving away spots on whitelist and like just so much. Yeah. Like, this guy knows what he's building. He knows how to get the hype up. Like, that's kind of why, like, I kind of think this project is going to be great down the road because, I mean, and look at his past commercials for these mobile games. Like, one had Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think one had Kate Upton. So, you know, big names, well done commercials that everyone talked about after the game. You know, the Super Bowl commercial cost $7 million. Like, that's a lot of money. But if you know how to make a commercial that everyone talks about, it ends up being a good value, right? Because of the reach it has. And to your point of him trending and popping up on Twitter, like that could be the true test, right? Is on Sunday during the game, will we see, you know, NFTs trend on Twitter? Will we see Digidaigaku trend? Will we see Limit Break trend? You know, will we see the words free NFTs trend? Like any of those things becoming a trending topic on Sunday, like again, hundreds of millions of people, that's a big audience and a big moment for the world of NFTs.
Yeah, this guy, yeah. Guys, he's big.
The other Super Bowl item I saw, which this just kind of is the flip side, you know, on the momentum side, is remember last year when we were talking about Reddit digital collectibles or avatars?
Yep.
They did some Super Bowl ones this year. I had to search pretty hard to find these, Alyssa, which that makes me think that people don't care as much this time around about these digital avatars. Had you seen these on Twitter a lot? I know you probably saw them, but like nowhere near compared to the first batch, right?
I saw a mention of the Reddit avatars once, like a few days ago, and that's it. It's been out of sight, out of mind from what I've seen. But these Reddit avatars, the digital collectibles, they call it, they just have multiple collections, right? So like
Yeah.
it makes sense that they release this, though now
Yeah.
does anyone care about it?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, look at the Chiefs one below, right? Like, let's say the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl. Like, do you want to have a digital collectible from the losing team, or they win it? Like, are you going to make this your profile on Reddit forever? Are you just going to have it for like a month? Like, what's the end game? It's, you know, it's kind of like when Cool Cats did the Cool Cats FC during the World Cup, right? Really cool idea. These cats with different country jerseys, and you minted them. And then as your team advanced, you got different prizes, right? Well, the gate, once the World Cup was over, you know, it's kind of like, okay, well, what happens to these NFTs now? Like, so that's kind of where I'm at with the Reddit, you know, in the Super Bowl. Also, like, I just haven't heard a lot about Reddit NFTs lately.
Yeah.
I mean,
0.4. That's actually surprising.
yeah, the OG ones, and like those ones that, you know, some of the bigger artists did,
Yep. Popped
some of
off.
the, yeah, I mean, those ones have held up decently, but
I don't know enough about these to really speak on them,
yeah.
but yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I mean, all I know is when it comes to the Super Bowl, like, no offense, I don't want a Reddit avatar. I want to get a dragon from Digidaigaku. I'm not holding my breath, though, that I will be able to get one during the game, but I'm still going to try, right? I mean, it's free, guys. Like, hopefully someone listening or watching this gets one, so that this was for a reason, right? That I called this out, and that Alyssa and I are talking about it. So I want someone to win. I want someone to get one. So let us know after the fact or next week. We got like 5 minutes left here. I don't know if we have enough time to get into, I mean, all the Cool Cat stuff, Alyssa, because they had a massive update. I feel like we can't. I just don't know if 5 minutes is enough. Can you pull up Lucas tweet here?
Yeah.
Pudgy Penguins. Let's hit on Penguins a minute, and then we can kind of summarize everything, and then we can talk about Thursday. Look at these. And if you read the box, it says digital experience included. Pudgy Penguins toys will be so much more than a toy.
That reminds me of Webkins or Amiibos.
Webkins, yep.
You buy the little physical thing, you get a code to go enter an online world where you spend all your days.
Even like, okay, so like Roblox toys. If you buy Roblox toys, it comes with like a code where you get like a free item for your avatar, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon cards, like you get a code card where you can get a free pack then in the TCG mobile game, right? Like this Web 2 to Web 3, we're going to see a lot more of that. And I mean, again, don't bet against Luca. 2023 year of the Penguins. My only question, Alyssa, is like when can I buy one of these?
When they have whatever their online things.
Like my kids love Funkos, you know that. Look at these.
Yeah.
Like, tell me that's not like that they're not gonna like these and want.
Dude,
these.
I would not be mad if they did go a Webkins route.
I mean, remember there was
Club Penguin.
There was Club Penguin. Yeah, I feel like we talked about that with Luca, like where there was rumors that Club Penguin, and I feel like he didn't.
That would make
it off.
That would be the biggest move ever.
Yeah.
Club Penguin is such a meme, but it's a love meme and a love game. It's nostalgic.
Yeah, and it was one of those that was early, right? Like Club Penguin could have been, you know, the Roblox of today, right? But they were early. Like it went away. It didn't get the attention.
A lot of the games that I used to play online like that, yeah, they came and gone, but they killed it.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, so I mean, a ton of news today for anyone watching or listening. If you didn't catch the whole episode, make sure you go back and watch. But I mean, $1.4 million CryptoPunk sale, a 1.3 million Bored Ape sale. Our top 10 list We had 6 of the top 10 over $10 million in sales volume in the last 10 days. We also had 9 of the 10 up from last week in sales volume, sewer passes being the lone one in the red. Dookie Dash ends tomorrow, so if you're watching us and you have a sewer pass, you're probably not watching us because you're probably playing the game, let's be honest. But make sure to get those final runs in to try to beat your high score. Even if you're not going to break the 900,000 because you're not a professional esports player, like still go for that PR, right? Like get your personal record. The more rare your passes and the higher your score is going to be part of the future. Again, details are limited, but you definitely want to take advantage of that. Also, remember when Ryan was on and he said that like he thought that the more items you collected from playing the game was going to like also play into the equation, and I kind of liked that thesis too.
Yeah, I like it too because they did put emphasis on collecting, right?
They did.
So everything they do, Yuga says and does.
Everything they say, yeah, like
There's
always
something
be listening.
attached. Strings are attached. Like
strings are attached. Yeah. All right. Well, we are out of time. I promise you at some point we'll talk about Cool Cats and their updates. We do like the cats.
Yes.
I am excited about their future. A lot of people have kind of shied away from that project, and I watched the town hall and also read some threads about it. And I am impressed with the future that they are doing, but we want to talk about it. We want to hear other opinions. But also on Thursday's show, Alyssa, I even brought like what do you call it? Like an object to highlight this. You don't even know this yet, but this is how cool and how big of a deal. Thursday on our show, we have, ready? Dun, 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 dun. We have Spotty Wi-Fi, the one and only rapping crypto punk. Yeah, look at this sticker, Alyssa. I got this personally from Spotty.
Let's go.
And he was at Benzinga's Future of Crypto event. He also was a performer at Ape Fest, right? He opened for Lil Wayne and Eminem. I mean, talk about some pressure there.
Yeah.
He has a song that came out this week that features Snoop Dogg. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Snoop Dogg. So we will talk to him about his album that comes out in March, his new single with Snoop Dogg, his CryptoPunk, his Bored Ape, where he sees Web3 in music headed. I mean, so much to talk about with Spotty. I'm excited for this one, Alyssa.
Me too. Is he gonna play it for us? We should play it.
I think we should definitely play the song
on
Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday. Open it up. There won't be there won't be any intro. It'll just be the song.
Yeah, there we go. That'll be our trailer on Thursday.
Yes.
Maybe we can have Spotty like do a song for a trailer.
Oh, he would definitely do it. I think he would.
Now I'm so hyped. Like, yeah, no, Spotty's coming on. Again, I mean, I had never met him in person or talked to him really until Future of Crypto. I mean, I knew of him. I knew he was speaking at the event, but then I was able to connect with him, and he is just such a nice guy, and he is very smart when it comes to music. He's worked with some big names. He also, I think he's going to be one of those people that like is trusted in the Web3 music space, right? I think he even says that like Snoop Dogg now is trying to do like Death Row Records as an NFT label, and he's asking Spotty like for advice and his opinion. I mean, that says a lot.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm definitely excited to dive into that. So guys, you do not want to miss Thursday's episode, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Alyssa, anything else? I feel like we talked about so much today.
I know. The market's giving us whiplash today. There's so much NFT news. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter and go on .com, benzinga.com, and check out Pro, all that fun stuff. We have a lot of resources.
Definitely. And subscribe to Benzinga's YouTube channel if you have not done so. I think we're nearing the 170,000 subscriber mark. We love milestones. I'd love to hit that milestone. But as Alyssa said, yeah, follow us on Twitter. Myself, Alyssa, and also the Benzinga account. Make sure you smash the like on this video and share it with your friends. More people can see it that way, and then more people will be here on Thursday for our interview with Spotty. So until next time, take care, everyone. Be safe out there.